coming up, a democracy protesting against monarchies. A preview into the No Kings protests return in Iowa City.
And a month celebrating women across the world, recognizing the growth, impact, and achievements of women everywhere.
How sweet is it? Iowa advances to the Elite Eight for the first time since 1987 in rubber match fashion.
And Bob Dylan comes to Hampshire Auditorium.
A mix of sunshine and rain next week. I'll have your full weather forecast coming up.
All that and more
coming up right now on DITV.
Good morning from Iowa City. It is Friday, March 27th. I'm Josie Boyle.
And I'm Camila Muniz, and the third member of our team, Gabby Risk, is live outside to tell us today's weather story.
Gabby, I've been enjoying the warm weather lately. I guess spring is finally here, and maybe I can start wearing my shorts?
Well, Josie and Camila, I think it's safe to say that we've officially reached short season. I'm here at the Pennacrest where it is currently 32 degrees, but taking a look at the days ahead. Today we'll reach a high around 50 degrees and we can expect lots of sunshine all day. Skies will remain mostly clear this evening as the temperature drops to 19 degrees. And on Saturday it will be slightly warmer with a high in the mid-50s and we can expect more sun with a few clouds. Well guys, it's definitely not as warm as I hope it would be, but I'm definitely looking forward to a sunny weekend in Iowa City and soaking up some vitamin D. I'll send it back to you ladies at the desk.
The Iowa City Police have arrested a juvenile after a shooting incident earlier this month. The incident occurred around 3 a.m. in the 200 block of South Clinton Street, and investigators found evidence of gunfire on the scene. The juvenile was recently arrested on multiple charges, including a minor in possession of a dangerous weapon and a reckless use of a firearm, causing damages across the scenes. Both the University of Iowa Police and Burlington Police were involved in the investigation, and police say additional arrests are expected.
And a porch fire in Iowa City is still under investigation. Iowa City firefighters responded to a porch fire Thursday afternoon. Officials say the fire caused about $15,000 in damage. Crews responded to a home on Amber Lane where flames were limited to the porch and brought under control in just minutes. Officials say everyone inside made it out safely and no injuries were reported.
And thousands of protesters will be popping up across the country this weekend, what is expected to be the biggest day of protests in United States history. It's another No Kings Day. This is the third installment of the popular No Kings protest, a reminder from organizers that the United States doesn't do kings. The last protest took place in October, and we saw around 7 million people take the streets, frustration with President Donald Trump and his administration. And while demonstrations are taking place all over, there are 40 planned to take place across the state, including right here in Iowa City at 10 a.m. tomorrow. DITV will have full coverage of the Iowa City protest on our Monday morning show at 8:30 a.m.
And for my Eat More Chicken lovers, you are in luck. Chick-fil-A is coming to Iowa City at the Iowa Memorial Union. What was formerly known as the Union Station is now closed for reconstruction. To open up the popular fast food chain Chick-fil-A starting Monday, March 30th, the restaurant is bringing limited items to the menu, such as original and spicy chicken sandwiches, chips, cookies, and drinks. And March is a month that celebrates women's history, a time to honor the accomplishments and impact of women in our communities today and throughout society.
And for many women, it shows the progress being made and the impact of what future women get to do across different industries.
Pretty amazing spaces where I'm able to really speak up and also watch myself kind of grow as a young woman in sports and hopefully just pave the way for more women to break open the door as well.
Breaking the barriers of women in male-dominated fields, women have the opportunity to pursue many fields, such as sports, STEM, music, and much more. Davis believes that recognizing where you come from encourages genuine opportunity and discussion in these hard conversations.
You're in a space where you're great and you're growing and you're doing well, and then you also are able to inspire others or lead others in the way. Once you open that door, bringing them right behind you, I think that is ultimately what is so beautiful.
Oh, don't want to get her sleep.
For this month, it is celebrating progress and setting those trends for future women, making sure that this growth does not stop here.
The Iowa City School District is planning to make budget cuts in the 2026-2027 school year. During one of the school board meetings, the board voted 5-2 to cut $7.5 million from the budget. This comes after the district failed to track accurate spending and revenue for almost 3 years, leading them to overspend on salary. They plan to reduce teacher and administration positions, stop curriculum spending, and terminate contracts with external advisors and service providers. The budget cuts will begin in the 2027 fiscal year on July 1st.
Tariffs are getting tricky for Iowa City's grocery stores and residents. Currently, global import taxes sit at 10%. Stores like the new Pioneer Food Co-op and John's Grocery say that national brands and international products are making bigger dents in their pockets. Meat products, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and sweets, as well as alcohol, could get even more expensive for shoppers, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And tensions in the Middle East are continuing to escalate as the U.S. works to navigate a growing conflict with Iran.
DITV's Anshika Gura joins us live in the newsroom with the latest developments and what we know about possible negotiations.
Yes.
Anshika?
Yes, Josie and Camilla. Israel says it has killed a top Iranian naval commander, a key figure believed to have influence over the Straits of Hormuz, a critical passageway for global oil shipments. However, Iran has confirmed that claim. Meanwhile, President Trump is urging Iran to, quote, get serious about negotiations. This comes despite Iran denying that any negotiation talks with the U.S. are currently happening. The conflict is now entering its 4th week, with reports of more than 3,000 people killed across the region. And as violence continues, the U.S. is also sending additional troops to that area, raising concerns about further escalation. Officials say this situation is highly active as military deployments happen now. DITV will continue following the story as we bring you the latest information. Live in the newsroom, Anshika Gura, DITV.
And coming up, Iowa basketball's dramatic finish and for an historic feat, Diamond Sports previews, plus action in both tennis and volleyball.
And later, Bob Dylan comes to campus, student organizations finish out the year strong, and a new trailer rocks the internet. All that right after the break.
Daily Iowan TV allowed me to get hands-on training, really touch a camera every day, get repetition on a weekly basis, get out, cover games, get the highlights, tell the stories, and that's what I do now on a daily basis, covering sports here at KCRG.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching or listening online.
Now let's take a look back outside with Gabby for the forecast for the week ahead.
Thanks, guys, and make sure to enjoy the sun this weekend because it will not continue into next week. Taking a look, Sunday will bring partial clouds with a high around 70 degrees and a low in the 40s. On Monday, we will have a high in the mid-80s before temperatures drop to 60s in the evening. Tuesday's high will be around 75 degrees with scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. Wednesday's high will be around 58 degrees with more rain showers, and we can expect a nighttime low in the 30s. Thursday will bring more of the same with a high around 50 and a low around 38. Like I said, make sure to enjoy the sunny weather this weekend while it still lasts before the storms come next week. Live from the Pentecrest, Gabby Risk, DITV.
Thanks, Gabby. Now, this was a big weekend for some Hawkeye sports.
Yes, and big is exactly right. It all starts with basketball.
Guys, Iowa City was buzzing last night. Let's get right to the chase with last night's Sweet 16 game, which was an absolute nail-biter to start to finish. Colin Crithers takes us along the incredible contest with a finish that will be cemented in history.
I'm currently surrounded by Houston Rockets memorabilia, something so the fans don't ever forget their best moments. But tonight nothing is needed for Hawkeye fans to remember for a lifetime. Rockets were flying at the beginning of this game at Toyota Center between bitter rivals Iowa and Nebraska, with it mostly favoring the Cornhuskers side from the start. Nebraska made 6 of their first 10 field goals and grabbed the first 7 rebounds. Then the two squads started trading threes, even making 7 straight at one point and 14 total in the opening half. Iowa finally climbed clawing back and were in striking distance for their first lead after the final media timeout.
Our off-season training is really, really hard for these moments, so that in March when everybody's legs are tired, you're able to push through, and you know, our preseason was harder than this, so this is easier, so kind of just preparing us for that.
That's when star Bennett Sturt stepped up, shot away, and nailed a bullseye that turned into a tidal wave of Hawkeye momentum. Alvaro Fulgaris received an inbound cherry pick that he slammed away with a dunk, made possible with a Husker blunder when only 4 defenders were on the court.
From a small neighborhood called El Palo, and we are known by being, you know, a little more life smart than some other places.
Iowa won the Midwest contest 77-71. You ever seen this picture of Ben McCollum as a kid with former Iowa head coach Tom Davis? Well, now it holds even more weight as Ben McCollum joins them as the 2 only Iowa head coaches to make the Elite Eight in their first season with the team. Davis doing it 39 seasons ago. From the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, Colin Carruthers, DITV Sports.
But now the team is already moving on and setting their sights on their Elite Eight matchup. The Illinois Fighting Illini took down the Houston Cougars after Iowa's game last night to meet the Hawks in the next round. Illinois is a 3 seed and beat Iowa back in January 75-69. This will be another Big Ten matchup in March Madness. Tip-off is set for 5:09 Central Time Saturday night. Moving over to Diamond Sports now, the Iowa softball team hosts number 16 Washington tonight at Bob Pearl Field. The Hawks are coming off a 2-0 series sweep against St. Thomas. Hawkeye pitcher Sorianis picked up 2 wins against the Tommies in Tuesday's doubleheader. The Hawks now face a bigger test in Washington. The Huskies are 9-0 against Big Ten teams this season and come off a 3-0 sweep against Michigan. It is an explosive Washington program as they place top 3 in the conference under several offensive categories. The 3-game series opens tonight at 6 p.m. Switching over to baseball, the Iowa baseball team will host the #1 ranked team in the country this weekend in a 3-game series. The UCLA Bruins and projected #1 overall pick Rock Chalowski will take on the 15-8 Hawkeyes in Iowa's Big Ten home opener. It'll be an uphill battle if Iowa wants to avenge their loss from last season's Big Ten tournament, as the Bruins are riding a 16-game win streak and hold a staggering 22-2 record. First pitch from Game 1 at Dwayne Banks Field is set for tonight at 4 p.m. And the Iowa tennis team is taking a road trip to Indiana this weekend in hopes of picking up crucial wins. This afternoon, they take on the 1-4 Hoosiers, who are sitting just 1 spot behind the Hawkeyes in the Big Ten. And then on Sunday, they'll head to West Lafayette to face the 2-3 Boilermakers, who are 1 spot ahead of them. 2 wins will propel Iowa in the standings and snap their 4-game losing streak. Action begins today at 3 p.m. The Iowa volleyball team is back in action for the first time since February. The Hawkeyes will head to Bloomington, Illinois to take on a Saturday tripleheader at the Illini Elite Volleyball Club. Iowa will start things off at 10 a.m. versus the Illinois State Redbirds. After Illinois State, the Hawks will take on the St. Louis Billikens at 11 and will wrap things up versus the SIUE Cougars starting at 1:30. Well, guys, I'm still coming off that buzz of that basketball game last night. I don't know about you, but with all this, I think it's time to check in with Grace with some arts.
Grace?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another segment of The Vibe. I'm Grace Lathrop, and today we've got a lot of arts rundown for you, and I hope you all had a wonderful spring break. To start off, music legend Bob Dylan took the stage at Hansher Auditorium Wednesday night, drawing fans from across Iowa City as part of his Rough and Rowdy tour. From longtime listeners to new fans, the crowd came ready to experience one of music's most influential artists live.
And he's just always been kind of a hero singer-songwriter and somebody that I really admired.
During the performance, Dylan blended classic hits with newer material, giving audiences a unique live experience. The concert also brought the Iowa City community together, creating a space for fans, friends, and co-workers to connect.
You don't know how long this is going to be. We saw him once, we don't know if we'll see him again.
The night was more than just a concert. It was a chance to see a living legend in person. And while we're on the topic of special guests coming to Iowa City, we have to mention that gymnastics star Lori Hernandez will be coming to campus on Monday, March 30th. Hernandez is a gold medalist and a former Dancing with the Stars contestant and will be visiting Iowa City as part of her I've Got This lecture series. She will be talking about her own experiences as an athlete and how it has shaped her outlook on body image. She is an author, athlete, and later in March, a Broadway actress starring in the hit musical & Juliet. This event is hosted by the university's lecture committee and is completely free for students, so be sure to get there to the IMU International Ballroom early to secure your spot. The event will start at 6:30 p.m. DITV's Hannah Fideli and Morgan Burhans will be attending this event, so stay tuned for more coverage. And this week, an advocacy group for Indigenous peoples celebrated spring and another new beginning. Great Plains Action Society held a spring equinox celebration on the plot of land they will host their new community space. Attendees were able to enjoy musical performances, eat food, and learn about the future of Great Plains Action Society's Iowa City space. The space is meant to be an urban community hub featuring classrooms, a gathering area, a kitchen, garden, and healing house. It looks like April showers bring May flowers and a new sanctuary for the Iowa City community. And here on campus, Iowa's Greek Life put on a show. The National Panhellenic Council and the Multicultural Greek Council held their annual yard show, a public performance where members of multicultural fraternities and sororities showcase their culture through synchronized stepping, music, chants, and crowd interaction. The purpose of the yard show is for Iowa Greek Life to connect with the community through representation, outreach, and service, but to also learn the history of the active NPHC and MGC chapters here at the University of Iowa. And one of my favorite parts of getting to serve as Arts and Culture Director is seeing students shine in whatever clubs or organizations they choose. The Black Student Union is a great example of this, and their annual Black Gala event is coming up. DITV's Annika Perez is live at the courtyard by the Marriott Hotel to give us all the details. Annika, what can we expect from this event?
Well, Grace, you can expect so much. Let's start from the beginning and break it down just a little bit. The Black Student Union is dedicated to fostering a safe space for Black students through community involvement, cultural activities, and academic excellence. The Black Student Gala is their way for capping the school year, celebrating all that the organization has accomplished. According to their social media page, the goal of the gala is to give students the opportunity to come together, dress their best, enjoy a night together. The gala will be held on March 28th, and tickets are on sale now, as all proceeds are going back towards the organization. And I will be right back here to cover the full event, having the amazing opportunity to witness student success firsthand. The organization announces a new theme every year for the gala, and this year they announced that students will be enjoying a night at the Oscars. I cannot wait to attend, and I will have the full coverage later on this week. Live from the Marriott Hotel, Annika Perez, DITV.
And for our Feel Good Friday story of the week, it's been an exciting past couple days for Disney. The entertainment company recently released a new trailer for the live-action Moana movie coming out on July 10th that features Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui. This is a first-time look for fans to see the famous actor in the role, and reviews are shockingly low. Many took to social media to criticize Disney for the new trailer, saying that The Rock's new look isn't doing him any favors. However, the movie is still highly anticipated, and fans will be able to see the whole film in theaters on July 10th, determining once and for all if the live action lives up to the original animation. Thank you so much for joining us on another segment of The Vibe. I will be here every week to give you your full entertainment and arts rundown. But for now, I'm Grace Lathrop, and I'll see you next week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, thank you, Grace. I did enjoy that, but I know something else you guys will enjoy. Major League Baseball season is finally here.
My team is the Yankees. How about you two?
I'm a Cubs fan.
And I'm a Twins fan, so not looking too good for us this season. But hey, you never know. It's early to tell.
And MLB fans can enjoy new food options besides just hot dogs and peanuts. Check out these new items. The Capitol Sluggers at National Park, Washington is a sausage with chili, fried jalapenos, and fried onions.
And Diamondback fans can get a salted caramel milkshake with Kit Kats and Cracker Jacks.
Let's go grab some baseball food. Go Twins!
All right, well, thanks for joining us online or listening on KRUI 89.7 FM.
We're live from Iowa City every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. and online anytime at dailyiowan.com.
For all of us here, thanks for watching. We'll see you again right here on Monday morning.